Hello, I'm Chris Mygatt with Coldwell Banker right here in Colorado. I'd like to take a few moments to walk you through the making of Coldwell Banker's Denver Century Ride. As a point of reference, Coldwell Banker's inaugural Denver Century Ride was a high visibility community event that took place on Father's Day, June the 20th, right in the heart of Denver. It was presented by Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage right here in Colorado. The ride was designed and organized with 4 primary business objectives in mind. The first objective was to create a high-quality, high-profile community event that effectively aligned our company and the Coldwell Banker brand with Colorado's healthy, active outdoor lifestyle. The second was to showcase the Coldwell Banker name, brand, and culture to a vastly different demographic or even audience of potential home buyers and sellers who haven't been attracted to our brand in the past. By aligning ourselves with this non-real estate related event, the Denver Century Ride got thousands upon thousands of people talking, Facebooking, and blogging, even the local media, about Coldwell Banker. Without the Denver Century Ride as a platform, this never would have happened. Our third objective was to provide our employees and nearly 1,200 sales associates a compelling reason to rally around a positive company and community event. It created remarkable team spirit, interaction, and a renewed pride in Coldwell Banker like we've never seen before. And our final objective. We were looking for a high visibility way to partner with a few well-deserving local nonprofits in order to raise money, awareness, and simply give back to our local community in a way that would offer additional exposure than we've ever had in the past. The 5 beneficiaries that were supported by the event range from helping kids in need, fighting Parkinson's disease, serving the homeless, and supporting Colorado and Denver's popular cycling community. We are proud to report that our participation in the Denver Century Ride enabled us to achieve all of the business objectives that we had set forth to accomplish. After extensive research of similar events, I quickly discovered that a community-wide event of this magnitude was much bigger than anything my local team was able to organize. We also understood that the high visibility of this event meant it needed to be planned and executed to perfection. The stakes were simply too high. So, with the support of Denver's Mayor John Hickenlooper through the Denver's Road Home program, we went about assembling the best team of professionals we could find to ensure the event's ultimate success. Our first step was to hire a creative strategies group to prepare a financial and market analysis of the entire ride concept. In the end, we hired CSG to organize and manage the event because of their expertise and knowledge of the process, as well as prior proven success. They had managed the hugely successful Up With People World Tour kickoff at the DCPA, as well as other high visibility events like the 9 News Parade of Lights, the Janus Fund's Cherry Creek Art Festival, which is the largest art festival in America, the Kaiser Permanente Colfax Marathon, and the list simply goes on. From there, we were fortunate to recruit one of the area's best-known volunteers directors with a pool of over 3,000 volunteers, as well as the ride director from Colorado's legendary Triple Bypass bike ride, which sells out every year in a matter of minutes and involves 3,500 riders. Of course, our first priority is to run a real estate business, and I knew right off the bat that the best way to ensure Coldwell Banker's full value from the event was to assemble the best team possible. That was clearly the one thing we did right. So the question might be, why select a bike event to attract the attention and participation from the community? A look at our target demographics might prove insightful. Each year, the United States Cycling Organization, the usacycling.org site, commissions a demographic profile of the cycling community. The result? 57% of all cyclists are male, age 35 to 49, highly educated, with household incomes between $60,000 and $100,000, with 30% earning over $100,000. We were confident that a well-organized cycling event, a Century Ride, which is a 100-mile bike ride, along with a metric Century, a 62-mile bike ride, would be a perfect demographic fit for our market, considering there are more professional cyclists living in Colorado than any other state, and there are more organized bike rides in Colorado per capita than any other state in the country. There certainly is a heightened awareness in Colorado for this type of an event. Another anomaly was that even though there are many organized rides in Colorado and around Denver, there was no signature ride in Denver. Even with hundreds of miles of cycling trails and the highest concentration of bike shops per capita of any major U.S. city, there was no official ride event right here in Denver. You know, just outside Denver, we have two significant cycling events that have been running for over 20 years. The Subaru Elephant Rock Century Ride, hosted south of Denver, celebrated its 23rd year this past June with a sold-out crowd of 7,500 riders. The other is the Triple Bypass, running for 21 years just west of Denver, which sold out all 3,500 slots in a record 45 minutes just this spring. We were told by many experts in the cycling community that we had all the key ingredients for a successful Denver-based ride event, and well, it turns out they were right. Here's a quick overview of the actual event. On the day of the event, which was strategically hosted at one of Colorado's most iconic venues, Denver's Invesco Field at Mile High Stadium, home of the Denver Broncos, cars started rolling in at 4 in the morning. We ended up with just over 1,300 registered participants, an estimated 1,700 supporters and spectators, 250 volunteers, and a staff of nearly 150. One of Denver's most popular radio stations did their morning show by live remote right there at the start-finish line. The ride itself was spectacular, winding its way through Denver's streets and trails with an inspiring 3,000-foot signature hill climb up Lookout Mountain, offering dramatic views over the city of Denver and beyond. In end, well over 1,000 residents from as far as Florida and Texas traversed our Front Range residential communities through urban, suburban, and rural settings with plains, foothills, and mountain terrain, climbing a total of just over 5,000 vertical feet during the entire 100-mile adventure. The 22-mile family fun ride allowed cyclists and families of all skill levels to safely enjoy the scenic bike trails from Invesco Field to Littleton and then back. A fantastic Father's Day picnic at Brooklyn's Barbecue was the ideal way to cap off and celebrate a successful day with family and friends. The Finish Line Expo and Festival displayed the latest and greatest products, accessories, and services in support of Colorado's active outdoor lifestyle. Here are a couple of fun facts. We had over 200 inaugural cycling jerseys on the course, 1,600 rider and staff t-shirts, all featuring the Coldwell Banker logo, 420 directional signs along the entire 126-mile route surrounding Denver, also featuring the Coldwell Banker logo. We served up 3,000 bananas, 2,000 pounds of donated food and energy bars, over 500 gallons of bottled water and Gatorade. We had 95 road marshals manning all the intersections, as well as nearly 100 law enforcement officials patrolling the affected roads and directing traffic at busy intersections. It was truly an epic Coldwell Banker event. We were pleased to mention that we had no reported injuries and literally hundreds of positive comments.
I've never seen such a perfect marriage between a company and an event by type. By Coldwell Banker being the largest residential brokerage company in Colorado, to do an event that goes through so much of their territory was really an incredible inspiration. It started in an urban area, it went through urban fringe into suburban, it went through suburban, it went into somewhat rural, it also went into foothills and mountain, and it created a circuit that really covered so many different areas and types of living, which Coldwell Banker also specializes in the various types of living for Colorado.
Coldwell Banker's Denver Century Ride received truly unprecedented press coverage by leading trade publications, local and regional newspapers, radio stations, as well as global podcasts, plus a number of our local TV stations.
All right, Chris Mygatt is here to talk about the Denver Century Ride coming up this Sunday.
Today, more than 1,000 cyclists celebrated Father's Day by biking through Denver.
This morning, the inaugural Denver Century Ride started and ended at Invesco Field.
The Denver Century Ride is the metro area's own 100-mile bicycle course.
In addition to the Rocky Mountain Children's Law Center, the money raised today also benefits 4 other charities.
Let's go out on an incredible ride and see the beautiful Colorado outdoors and come back right to the car where the finish is.
And this is the debut of the jersey.
Yes, first time it's been aired in the public. In addition, we had billboards, posters, business cards scouring the entire Front Range in virtually every eatery, Starbucks, bike stores, plus placement on many community and social media websites, along with the over 420 signs placed throughout the course 2 weeks before the actual event and on the actual day itself, prominently positioning Coldwell Banker everywhere they were. It was almost surreal. The most unique thing about the exposure of the ride was that in almost every public mention of the Denver Century Ride, Coldwell Banker was named because the event was promoted from day one as Coldwell Banker's Denver Century Ride.
I want to give special gratitude to Coldwell Banker as being our sponsor for this year's Century Ride.
We were seen numerous times in the Denver Post and Denver Post Online, the Boulder Daily Camera, the Fort Collins Coloradoan, the Competitor Magazine, Competitor.com, VeloNews.com, the Downtown Denver Newspaper, Colorado Homes and Lifestyles Magazine, Denver Magazine, Colorado Events Magazine, Parent and Family Magazine, the Mountain Region Bicycle Paper, Yellow Scene Magazine, BicycleColorado.com, Facebook.com, and of course Twitter.com, BikeDenver.org, the Bike Denver newsletters, and the Fredcast Global Cycling Podcast. We also received hundreds of post-ride emails, Facebook posts, and buzz following the ride that was all very positive and complimentary. We also received sponsor dollars, products, and support from the following great supporting businesses: LASIK Plus, Pepsi Bottling of Colorado, Sierra Springs Water, Littleton Cyclery, Bike Source, Sage Hospitality, the Denver Foundation, Invesco at Mile High, and Brooklyn's Restaurant. In retrospect, even with all the lessons learned, we are confident that we have the makings of a powerful legacy community event right here in Colorado that will grow and flourish for the years to come. We put quality first, and we've built an excellent reputation even just after year one. When all was said and done, we spent a total of $44,000 on the event after contributing $13,000 to our foundation. We did this and stayed under our annual marketing budget by shifting marketing dollars from various underperforming marketing mediums to something entirely different. We'd planned on a cost in the $8,000 to $15,000 range, but we had underestimated the complexity and depth of the undertaking. Fortunately, we had reserved $60,000 for the event in early 2010 because there was so much uncertainty given that this was our first attempt at such a huge undertaking. It is our intent to present Coldwell Banker's Denver Century Ride again in 2011. Considering that this will be year two of a successful event, we fully expect to reach our permitted imposed cap of 3,000 participants, as well as attract 2 title sponsors. In addition, our plan is to utilize the same management team that we had last year and budget for a $20,000 cost to the company. You know, the old adage seems to hold true. If you keep utilizing the same old tired strategies, you continue to get the same old results. We strongly believe that our ability to leverage strategic public relations and community mobilization are the key components to energizing our sales team, as well as effectively expanding our client base. Coldwell Banker strives every day to make Colorado a better place to call home.